all persons having any business before this honourable court now draw nigh and give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Jessica Lucy Aird.
May it please the court, I move that Jessica Lucy Aird be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jessica Lucy Aird be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yusuf Ali.
May it please the court, I move that Yusuf Ali be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yusuf Ali be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jeremy Claude Bilski.
May it please the court, I move that Jeremy Claude Bilski be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jeremy Claude Bilski be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
John Alexander Bird.
May it please the court, I move that John Alexander Bird be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let John Alexander Bird be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sunita Juliet Rosemary Blair.
May it please the court, I move that Sunita Juliet Rosemary Blair be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sunita Juliet Rosemary Blair be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Bethany Marie Burns.
May it please the court, I move that Bethany Marie Burns be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Bethany Marie Burns be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rachel Margaret Robertson Chalmers.
May it please the court, I move that my cousin Rachel Margaret Robertson Chalmers be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rachel Margaret Robertson Chalmers be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Angus Chen.
May it please the court, I move that Angus Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Angus Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Carolina de Azevedo e Vasconcelos Chavez.
May it please the court, I move that Carolina de Azevedo Vasconcelos Chavez be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Carolina de Azevedo y Vasconcelos Chavez be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nicole Elizabeth Dryden.
May it please the court, I move that my sister-in-law, Nicole Elizabeth Dryden, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nicole Elizabeth Dryden be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joshua Michael W.D. Dundas.
May it please the court, I move that Joshua Michael W.D. Dundas be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Joshua Michael W.D. Dundas be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Puyan Ebrahimi Aski.
May it please the court, I move that Puyan Ebrahimi Aski be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Puyan Ebrahimi Aski be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kaylee Michelle Eddy.
May it please the court, I move that Kaylee Michelle Eddy be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kaylee Michelle Eddy be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Qing Yang Ji.
May it please the court, I move that Qing Yang Ji to be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Qing Yang Ji be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Denali Gurasinghe Duaj.
May it please the court, I move that Denali Gurasinghe Dawaj be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Denali Gurasinghe Dawaj be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lara Hamed.
May it please the court, I move that Lara Hamed be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lara Hamed be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hong Han.
May it please the court, I move Hong Han be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hong Han be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sarah Lee Higgs.
May it please the court, I move that Sarah Lee Higgs be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sarah Lee Higgs be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shruti Janakiraman.
May it please the court, I move that Shruti Janakiraman be admitted as a lawyer of this Supreme Court.
Let Shruti Janakiraman be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Paul Hee Chan Kwan.
May it please the court, I move that Paul Hee Chan Kwan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Paul Hee Chan Kwan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Wing Kee Lee.
May it please the court, I move that Wing Kee Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Wing Kee Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Margot Rebecca Lees.
May it please the court, I move that Margot Rebecca Lees be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Margot Rebecca Lees be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Kai Hei Jonathan Lung.
May it please the court, I move that Kai Hei Jonathan Lung be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kai Hei Jonathan Lung be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Zi Hang Lee.
May it please the court, I move that Ji Hung Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ji Hung Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Courtney June Lincoln.
May it please the court, I move that Courtney June Lincoln be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Courtney June Lincoln be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Jing Lu.
May it please the court, I move that Jing Lu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jing Lu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
May it please the court, I move that Emma Jane Mutesi Lucabio be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emma Jane Mutesi Lucabio be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Karpik Ma.
May it please the court, I move that Karpik Ma be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Karpik Ma be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Rebecca Louise Trenwith Ma.
May it please the court, I move that Rebecca Louise Trenwith Ma be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rebecca Louise Trenwith Ma be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Sele Mangal.
May it please the court, I move that Sele Mangal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sele Mangal be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Raylene Yvette McCarthy.
May it please the court, I move that my friend Raylene Yvette McCarthy be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Raylene Yvette McCarthy be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Declan James McCutcheon.
May it please the court, I move that Declan James McCutcheon be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Declan James McCutcheon be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Chloe Mitchell.
May it please the court, I move that Chloe Mitchell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Chloe Mitchell be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Emily Sinead O'Neill.
May it please the court, I move that Emily Sinead O'Neill be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Sinead O'Neill be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Kirby Raymond Pearson.
May it please the court, I move that Kirby Raymond Pearson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kirby Raymond Pearson be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Luke Tobias Pulver.
May it please the court, I move that Luke Tobias Pulver be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Let Luke Tobias Pulver be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Kate Leah Reardon.
May it please the court, I move that Kate Leah Reardon be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kate Leah Reardon be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Anne May Reddick.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Anne May Reddick be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anne May Reddick be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Mia Isabel Robinson.
May it please the court, I move that Mia Robinson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mia Isabel Robinson be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Samuel Henry Rose.
May it please the court, I move that Samuel Henry Rose be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Samuel Henry Rose be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Matthew Patrick Ryan.
May it please the court, I move that Matthew Patrick Ryan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Matthew Patrick Ryan be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Olivia Francesca Shervington.
May it please the court, I move that Olivia Francesca Shervington be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Olivia Francesca Shervington be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Mary Rose Suka.
May it please the court, I move that Mary Rose Suka be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mary Rose Suka be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Daniel Ariel Thompson.
May it please the court, may my son Daniel Ariel Thompson be admitted to this honourable court.
Let Daniel Ariel Thompson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Claudia Travato.
May it please the court, I move that Claudia Travato be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Claudia Travato be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sarah Ann Walsh.
May it please the court, I move that Sarah Ann Walsh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sarah Ann Walsh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Bennett James Walsh.
May it please the court, I move that Bennett James Walsh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Bennett James Walsh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ju Jenny Wang.
Please the court, I move that my wife, Ju Jenny Wang, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ju Jenny Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ying Ying Wen.
May it please the court, I move that Ying Ying Wen be admitted as a lawyer to this honourable court.
Let Ying Ying Wen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ri Tung Yin.
May it please the court, I move that Ri Tong Yin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ri Tong Yin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shi Shan Yu.
May it please the court, I move that Shi Shan Yu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Xu Zhan Yu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
James Joseph Zanin.
May it please the court, I move that James Joseph Zanin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let James Joseph Zanin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shi Song Zhu.
May it please the court, I move that Xisong Su be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shizong Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admissions have just been moved to swear an oath or make an affirmation. Would all newly admitted lawyers please stand as directed by the officiating officer?
Could rows 1 and 2 on my right please stand? Jessica Lucy Aird, Yusuf Ali, Jeremy Claude Bilski, John Alexander Bird, Sunita Juliet Rosemary Blair, Bethany Marie Burns, Rachel Margaret Robertson Chalmers, Angus Chen, Carolina de Azevedo e Vasconcelos Chavez, Nicole Elizabeth Dryden, Joshua Michael W.D. Dundas, Puyan Ibrahimi Aski, Kaylee Michelle Eddy, Quing Yang G, Denali Gurasinghe Duaj, Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 3 and 4 on my right please stand? Lara Hamed, Hong Han, Sarah Lee Higgs, Shruti Janaki Raman, Paul Hee Chan Kwan, Wing Ki Lee, Margot Rebecca Lees, Kai Hai Jonathan Lung, Zihang Lee, Courtney June Lincoln, Jing Lu, Emma Jane Mutezi Lukiabio, Karpik Ma, Rebecca Louise Trenwith Ma, Sele Mangal, Raylene Yvette McCarthy. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? I do. Thank you. Please sit down. And could the row of admittees in front of me please stand? Declan James McCutcheon, Chloe Mitchell, Emily Sinead O'Neill, Kirby Raymond Pearson, Luke Tobias Pulver, Kate Leah Reardon, Anne May Reddick, Mia Isabel Robinson, and Samuel Henry Rose. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Please say, "So help me God," or "I do."
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could the 2 rows to my left please stand? Matthew Patrick Ryan, Olivia Francesca Shervington, Mary Rose Suka, Daniel Ariel Thompson, Claudia Travato, Sarah Ann Walsh, Bennett James Walsh, Ju Jenny Wang, Ying Ying Wen, Ri Tung Yin, Xixian Yu, James Joseph Zanin, and Shisung Zhu. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down.
Now that the formal part of the proceedings is complete, I would like warmly to welcome all of you and your family and friends on behalf of the Chief Justice and all of the judges of the court to the Supreme Court of New South Wales. I'm Justice Ward, the President of the Court of Appeal and currently the Acting Chief Justice. I have the honour to represent the Chief Justice at today's very special ceremony. Present with me on the bench today to my right is Justice Ma, a Judge of Appeal, and to my left is Justice Price, who is the Chief Judge of the District Court. Together, we constitute the court which has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted each of you to practice. First, as we gather here today, I pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal of the Eora Nation, and to their elders past and present. I acknowledge the long-standing and enduring customs and traditions of Australia's First Nations peoples and their deep connection with country. I welcome any of our First Nations peoples present here today or watching the ceremony online. To all the newly admitted lawyers, it is a great pleasure to welcome you individually to the legal profession of this state, and to be able to do so in person, which we couldn't do for quite some time during the COVID pandemic. Although it's now some 40 years since I was admitted as a solicitor in this very same courtroom, I well recall the solemnity of the occasion and the excitement and pride of my parents who were here to witness the ceremony. Little did I imagine that one day I would be presiding over just such a ceremony. I'm also pleased to welcome all of those watching your admission today via the live stream. Today is a day for celebration. You will all have worked extremely hard to reach today's milestone. Perhaps through caffeine-fueled nights, no doubt through reading obscure problem questions and more cases than you can ever hope to remember. You are entitled to be proud of your achievements, and your family and friends are equally entitled to be proud of you. Indeed, no doubt many of them will feel that they would almost be equally qualified to be admitted here today, having shared the knowledge of the law that you have gained over the years, and no doubt having been on the receiving end of your finely honed skills of advocacy and persuasion. They may feel that they know more about snails in ginger beer bottles and the cannibalisation of shipwrecked cabin boys than it was ever necessary to know. Depending on how good an advocate you have become, you might be able to convince them to host a celebration lunch or dinner today. In being admitted as a lawyer today, you have joined a centuries-old profession with ancient origins. The custom of advocates swearing an admissions oath dates back to the 12th century. The Supreme Court was established in 1823 and first admitted lawyers to practice in 1824, making this state one of only a handful of jurisdictions with a continuously operating court as old as this. By 1830, the names of lawyers were entered onto rolls in this state, as you will do when you leave the ceremony. You've now become part of this tradition almost 200 years later. Perhaps for some of you, or for your family and friends more likely, that's how long it feels that you have been studying. At the heart of this tradition is the direct relationship between the court and lawyers as officers of the court. The oath or affirmation that you have made today, which has been witnessed by your family and peers, is a serious one, and it deserves solemn regard. You must remember that admission as a member of the legal profession is a privilege, not a right. Importantly, today you assume ethical obligations over and above those demanded of you as members of the community. The legal profession is dedicated to upholding the rule of law, one of the most important pillars of a peaceful and democratic society. So the standards expected of legal professionals are correspondingly high. As lawyers, in whatever area you practice, you should be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice. You will owe onerous duties to your clients, but you should never forget that your paramount duty is to the court. Among the obligations you owe to the court are a duty of full disclosure of the relevant law, a duty of candour, not to mislead the court or knowingly permit your client to do so, a duty to refuse to permit the commencement or continuation of baseless proceedings, a duty to exercise care before making allegations of misconduct against another person, a duty not to assist any form of improper conduct, and a duty to conduct cases before the court efficiently and expeditiously. Your duty to the court requires that you comply faithfully with your ethical obligations, no matter what pressures may be placed on you by your clients, and no matter that at times they may conflict with your clients' wishes or desires. It is in acknowledgement of this weighty responsibility that we observe today's unique formalities. An occasion such as this marks not only the achievements you have made in the course of your studies, but also the prospect of those to which you aspire in the future. Each of you will have taken a different, although in many cases similar, path to join the legal profession. You come from different homes, different backgrounds, and different cultures. You will bring to the practice of law different experiences and perspectives. You will no doubt have different expectations and aspirations for your career. The legal profession and the administration of justice are both enriched by that diversity. This makes it important that we strive for diversity in all aspects of the legal profession, including on the bench. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates, and judges ensures that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community. One aspect of this diversity is reflected by the increasing number of women admitted to practice. Though women were originally not permitted to practice law at all, since 2018, women have made up more than half of all solicitors with a practising certificate in New South Wales and currently make up 64% of solicitors under the age of 30. Women occupy many of the most senior positions in the law, including, of course, the Chief Justice of Australia and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Courts of Victoria, Queensland, and the Australian Capital Territory. But there needs also to be cultural and ethnic diversity. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and those from diverse cultural backgrounds continue to be underrepresented in the legal profession, and particularly within the ranks of the judiciary and of senior counsel. As many notable judges before me have observed, it is important to the maintenance of the rule of law that the constitution of the court reflect the community which we serve. It is your great privilege as a lawyer not only to inherit a body of knowledge that has developed over hundreds of years, but also to have the chance to contribute to its ongoing evolution. The legal profession is one that demands a constant commitment to learning. You may have thought this was an end to your studies, but if so, it is my unpalatable duty to inform you that you are wrong. The law is complicated and constantly developing. Were it otherwise, there would not be the scope for academic discourse that there is, and we judges would not so often have our misunderstanding of the law pointed out to us by the advocates who appear before us. Rest assured, for those of you with a bibliophobia, that is, a fear of running out of reading material, as lawyers, that fear will never materialise. On other similar ceremonies in this court, the former Chief Justice has in the past acknowledged that it will never be possible for you to learn everything that there is to know about the law, but that does not absolve you from the duty of keeping on top of the developments of the law. particularly since it may be your task to enlighten members of the judiciary as to those developments, or as to why their long-held understanding of the law needs to be modified. The duties that I've referred to earlier are the minimum, not the total of your professional obligations. You have a duty to serve the community by protecting and promoting the basic tenets of our legal system: justice, equality, due process, and the rule of law. You will have the opportunity and the concurrent obligation to play a trusted role in some of the most difficult and important events in the lives of others. You have now entered the real legal world, so to speak. In one famous annual speech to the Law Society, perhaps one might say infamous, the former Chief Justice likened lawyers to plumbers, a necessary evil and often expensive and difficult to get hold of. I apologise to any plumbers here today. You will now encounter the reality of that legal world, of eggshell skulls and peppercorn rents. You may even meet the mysterious reasonable person, and you will have to apply the Constitution with an understanding that it consists of so much more than the vibe of the thing. You will be called upon as an advisor, a problem solver, a mediator, and an advocate for the marginalised. As you go about your day-to-day work, you must remember that you are not merely dealing with law in a vacuum, but law as it applies to people's lives, and you must strive to deliver your legal services competently and fearlessly, with courtesy and integrity. The way you communicate information to others will have profound consequences for access to justice. For a non-lawyer, the law is often incomprehensible. One of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, sometimes by deciphering legal complexities, other times by deciphering poor legal drafting, and sometimes both. As lawyers, we must not keep the law locked up as something knowable only to us. Although we mark this occasion with formality and tradition, not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. The COVID-19 pandemic has meant a rapid shift to increased use of virtual courtrooms and technology to ensure that access to justice was able to continue in the midst of a global pandemic. For those of us who are self-acknowledged Luddites, this has posed technological and other issues. Occasionally, a lawyer might even get stuck behind a Zoom kitten filter. There have also been more significant difficulties to grapple with in terms of open justice, effective communication, and fairness to all participants. As the newest members of our profession, you are at the forefront of the innovations in the law, and you have a unique opportunity to see through the changes so that justice is done openly and equitably. Notwithstanding that you are a diverse group, it is important that you also remember that you now share a common membership of the legal profession. By its nature, law is not a solitary profession, but there is no doubt that it is one that can be isolating and highly stressful. Clients, unsurprisingly, are often demanding. Work might not be progressing in the way that you have hoped. You may, and this surely will be rare, encounter difficulty persuading a judge of the wisdom of your arguments or the merits of your client's case. In those times, the support of your peers will be invaluable. Remember to make use of that support. And in that context, I propose now to call upon some young representatives of the New South Wales Bar Association and the Law Society to say a few words. Ms. Ryan, do you move?
May it please the Court. My name is Hannah Ryan, and I have been practicing at the bar for 1 year, predominantly in commercial and public law. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedents and the rule of law. At the same time, it's a profession that grows and develops, adapting to new practices and technology, and importantly to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case, to be a barrister, and I'm proud to be a member of the legal profession. I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job, and that it allows me to give expert advice to and represent people in court, and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. If you are interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at its website. And each year there is a Career at the Bar open day. In your first year of practice as a reader, you receive particular assistance from 2 barristers who've been at the bar for at least 7 years. They meet with you regularly, review your work, and they teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to those 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees. Those committees include a New Barristers Committee, which organises social and educational functions for those who've been at the bar between 0 and 5 years, like me, and a Diversity and Equality Committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is to attract the best people to the bar, regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status, or sexual preference. Whether as a solicitor or as a barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or the Bar Association and to use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession, and I congratulate you on your admission today as a member of this Honourable Court. May it please the Court.
Thank you, Ms. Ryan. Ms. Zaney, on behalf of the Law Society, do you move?
Thank you, and I apologise for the delay this morning. Good morning. May it please the Court. My name is Myrna Zaney, and I'm here today as a representative of the New South Wales Young Lawyers. Not so long ago, I stood where many of you stand today, and what a day it is for all of you. You are here today being admitted to the Supreme Court role as the final step of a long and arduous journey for many of you. You should all feel immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect. Often, it was overwhelming and difficult. But as I stand here today, after 2 years of working in criminal law, I can tell you that I've already learned a thing or 2, or 3. One of the most important things I have learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is increasingly large and diverse, and it's one to which you now belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is home to about 30,000 lawyers who are flung far and wide across the state. We are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, and our drive to give back to our communities and uphold the rule of law. As an early career lawyer, belonging to a strong network of peers is crucial. That is why I have been a part of the Law Society's New South Wales Young Lawyers for 2 years. Here, I have found friendship, inspiration, guidance and support when I needed it the most, as well as opportunities to advocate and join communities. By joining the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you will gain access to professional support, conferences and events, and a wide range of publications, professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteer opportunities, and so much more. It is the role of the Law Society to ensure that you, as newly minted solicitors, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. So again, congratulations to you all. Speak to your employer about joining, or look us up. We look forward to welcoming you into the profession. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zaney. In submissions before the Court of Appeal not so long ago, Senior Counsel made what I regarded as a very surprising submission that everyone in the law has at some stage said, why would I want to be in the law? In my own case, that submission was incorrect. In my experience, the law is a wonderful profession. Stimulating, challenging and satisfying, populated by intellectual, committed and dynamic people. You should be proud to be lawyers, and you should strive to perform your obligations so that you may continue to remain proud to be lawyers. On behalf of all of the judges of the Supreme Court, and in particular those with me on the bench today, I once again offer my sincerest congratulations on your admission and welcome each of you to the legal profession. The Court will now adjourn.